if what I'm doing is so great, why aren't more people doing it? You may ask yourself that because I do all the time. Given the track record of doing what I'm doing over the past several years, I sometimes wonder why there's not a line of people at my front door wanting to be taught how to do it. Well, here's the best explanation I have. Number one, unlike trading options where you buy and sell the option contracts hoping to make a few pennies on the contracts themselves, and you never intend to exercise them, that doesn't take much money. You know, for $500, you can do a lot of trading. You don't make a lot, but you trade a lot. And the worst you can do is lose you $500, right? Whereas selling covered stock option contracts, I have to have the resources on hand to make good on the contracts when and if they're exercised. So typically, I wouldn't get into this with an account balance of less than 5,000, and a starting figure would be 10,000. Well, the sad truth of the matter is that very few people have $10,000 or $5,000 laying around. So that's the first thing, the number one reason. Number two is people really don't understand the difference between price speculation and income. Price speculation means you buy stock and hope it's going to go up in price and you can sell it to the greater fool, regardless of the actual financial condition of the company or prospects. It's just anyway. Then the other side of the coin is income. Now, more people, the people who buy stocks because of the dividends, understand that to some degree. Because basically, if you're price speculating, you've got to take your money off the table when there's a profit to be had. If you don't take the profit off the table, you're going to lose it down the road because the stock's going to go. And but selling covered stock option contracts is better from the standpoint you get a premium and a big one, and it's every week, not every quarter or whatever. So if you've got a good solid company whose stock is what you base your contracts on, that is the underlying stock, then the revenue stream just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Now, the current value of the stock may go up and down, but your revenue stream continues. And you can measure your success in two ways. By withdrawing some of the revenue produced and using it for your living expenses or vacation or whatever. Or by leaving it in there and watching the number of contracts you can cover grow, which will increase your revenue, the size of your revenue stream. So a little over a year ago, I took out $10,000 out of my account. And at that time, I think I had around 21,000 and so on. So at any rate, it's been a year now, and my account liquidation value is right now up to about 13,000. But see, that doesn't make any difference. What makes a difference is my income stream now has grown about to the point it was before I took the $10,000 out. And you may ask yourself, well, how could that happen? Well, the price of HBI stock has decreased by what? about 20 something percent, which means I can cover more contracts. Simple as that. And as far as the mechanics of placing orders and whatnot, that takes a little getting used to, but once you get the hang of how your trading platform works, it's relatively simple. And it's every week. Every Monday's a payday. Every Monday's a payday. Every Monday's a payday. And, you know, I get used to that. So anyway, if you can put together the money to get into this business, it's a great income stream, and particularly in retirement. I was lucky. I retired in 2005. Forget my exact age. Born in 47. You can figure it out. So I've been retired a good while, and so I retired in 2005. The housing bubble burst in 2008. A lot of what I had was in stock that, using the old buy and hold theory. So I saw my the value of my holdings drop about 40%. Well, fortunately, I had enough cash on hand that I was able to throw that much back into it. And within a year, the prices had risen, and not only did I cover my losses, but actually made some money, which is great. The trouble is, you don't have those kinds of deep cycle changes in the market that often. That's when I really got serious about stock options, and particularly selling stock options. So I read this book by Michael Sincere called Understanding Stock Options. Well, it covers everything, you know, all the strategies and the traders use and da-da-da-da-da. But there's about 16 pages of it, one little small chapter called Selling Covered Options. That was what I was looking for. In other words, I wanted the same kind of price changes or opportunities that I had as when the 2008 bubble burst, but I want it frequently, and the selling covered stock options was a way of achieving that every week. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. So at any rate, over the years, it's afforded me the ability to do a lot of things that otherwise on fixed income I could not afford to do. So it's made life beyond comfortable. It's made it interesting. Ability to do things that I wouldn't otherwise be able to do. So the first thing one has to do is to accumulate some money. And I had a person ask me if I was rich. I said, no, I'm not rich, but I have no debt, and I've got a little bit of money put aside. And they said, well, how did you put that money aside? I said, I didn't spend it. Simple as that. I mean, come on, guys. You've got to, if you're going to accumulate any starting capital, you've got to not spend it all. And anybody, regardless of their financial circumstances, unless they're so deep in the debt, credit card hole that the only way they can get out is with a very painful bankruptcy. But otherwise, by living below your means and putting aside money, I don't care what you put it in. Put it in any safe place, a passbook savings account, CDs, anything that allows you to hang on to that money and accumulate the money. The best option in the world is one where you've got cash and that gives you options about financial decisions that otherwise you'd be forced into the corner, in a corner, not being able to have any options. So, so do that. And in the meantime, those who are not able or ready to jump into this, by following my trades, you'll get the hang of the mechanics of it anyway, and the principles. And you can get the Michael Sincere's book from Amazon. The link's down below in the description. It's a good read. I was lucky that was the first book I bought on the subject, so I didn't go any further. There may be other good books out there. But if you see a book and in the title it says trading stock options, just avoid that like a plague. I do not trade stock options. I create and sell them so that other people can trade them. Anyway, I think that covers the point I was trying to make. You got to have some money to do this. There's just no way around it. In the meantime, you can trade those options, maybe make a few pennies, and you bring really good customers for my the contracts I create. Yay! Thank you. All right. If you like this series, please subscribe, like, and alert. I'd appreciate it. There's some very interesting links down in the description section. Thank you very much.